After a win against the league leaders last time out, that must give you and the group all the confidence that you need.
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, I thought it was a fantastic result. I don't think we got the credit we deserved after the game, really. I think it was, some of the comments in terms of, they battered us, etc. I think 11v11, we're 1-0 up. I think they've got an XG of 0.26, so we've gone to league leaders who've won 4 on a bounce at home against Chesterfield, Salford, Grimsby. I think they drew with Swindon as well, so some top teams there. And I thought the game plan worked a treat. I think the first goals come from the training pitch. Again, we've worked really hard in how can we go and hurt them. First goal was perfect. We worked on it every single day that last week in terms of on the training ground, how we can score against them, and we did that. Obviously 11v10, a little bit different. Their XG went up. They had a few more chances. But I think up until that point, I thought we were excellent. Game plan worked. And I was just a little bit disappointed that we didn't get any credit for that, really. I think the lads have worked their absolute socks off the last 3 or 4 weeks to get up to a point where I thought we were better on the ball on Saturday. I thought we were brave and confident on the ball, especially first half, switching play. Really well worked first goal. Second goal was brilliant on the counter-attack from Wits. The lads should take loads of confidence and belief from that, because we've gone to a very, very good football team. Like I said, and lost in 8, won 7 of those, I think, and won the last 4 at home. And for us to rock up there and go and win a game of football was excellent from our point of view. But since I've been here, we've done that in terms of away from home. We've had some fantastic results against teams in the top 3. I think our record must be one of the best, since last January. So, we know we've got that in us. Now it's about that consistency to back that result up and keep going, keep improving. I always think we can get better on the ball. I think we can be braver out of possession as well at times. But, we've certainly given ourselves a great platform in the last few weeks.
Yeah, across these last few weeks, you've given a lot of praise to the subs who have come onto the pitch. Obviously, Charlie last week getting a goal. The starting 11's been quite similar. How difficult at times of a decision is it to try and not change what's working quite well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think consistency within the team selection, team squad, I think massively helps. I think it's no coincidence that we're starting picking up results when we've had that consistency within the starting 11, within that squad. Like I said, the bench might change against obviously the opposition where we think we can hurt them later on. In the game, against how they play, or if we're winning the game, what can we have coming off the bench to sort of see the game out. And I thought the subs were excellent. I thought Kano come on at half time. Obviously, I really gutted for Ty because I said the day before I really wanted it to be his chance now to get back in the team. With Josh being out, I thought he was excellent first half. The flick for beating Flint in the air, he was a big boy. In the lead up to the first goal. But Kano did excellently come on, Charlie come on, and I thought Scotty was excellent when he come on as well. So the subs are really, really helping. But I can see that every day in training, everyone's pulling in the right direction. Even the lads who aren't playing are helping the team that are playing day in, day out in training. Look, it's hard because we're leaving 1 or 2 at home at the moment, but it's a great position to be in. But obviously we've lost 2 players who started last. Obviously Shippers, who's suspended. Obviously Ty's come out of the team, because of his injury. So there'll be a couple of changes there, straight away. But it's been great the last few weeks. But we've had a pretty settled squad. But lads who are ready to come and, like I said, the Shippers. It's not so much that sending off that was, that's going to affect you. It's more, you've lost your shirt now. Obviously, the one who's playing on Saturday, it's his prerogative to go and keep it, and then for Shippers to try and get back in. So, which is all healthy, and I think that's what's been really pleasing the last few weeks.
Yeah, and Barnet up next. Obviously, been in very good form since they've returned to the EFL. What kind of challenge do you expect on Saturday?
Yeah, I think Dino's brilliant. I think he's a top manager, and I think they're very, very good. Notts County couldn't get out their own half last week. I thought. They're excellent in terms of sort of man-to-man press, their energy, the way they play. Like I've known their sort of team the last 2-3 years, and they've been absolutely excellent. But I think coming up to League Two, I think the first couple of games, just seeing the league, and I think, you know, they've reverted to what they're playing now. A little bit like Salford, where they're really, really aggressive with the press sort of off the ball. I think they've been outstanding in that. You know, so we know it's going to be a really, really tough game. One I'm looking forward to seeing Dean and his coaching staff again, because I think they're a great bunch of lads and have been excellent through the last couple of years, building a really, really good team. And they've started it obviously excellently well. Look, we've obviously got to think about ourselves. We've been excellent the last 3 or 4 weeks. We're getting better and better. I still think there's another level for us to go, but I think we're getting there. And hopefully we can continue our form now in front of our home supporters. We've had some really good away performances lately. You know, still want to pound back for that Shrewsbury game. That wasn't probably the best game to watch. You know, so we're desperate to you know, put a performance in front of our own fans as well.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.